Welcome to Veterans Voice, where we highlight programs and services that support our veterans. I'm Christopher Kimball. I'm having a bit of an audio issue today, so please bear with me, but we will learn together. HCC is fortunate to have the expertise and experience of many veterans among our faculty and staff. We're joined today by Dr. Juan Crawford, Division Chair for Marketing, Real Estate, Paralegal, Banking and Financing, Translation, and Interpretation. That's quite an extensive title, Dr. Crawford. Can you tell us a little about the extent of those programs?
Well, that is definitely a mouthful. I would like to thank you guys for having me here. As a veteran myself, I was enlisted for 11 years and commissioned for 10. And don't tell anybody, but I've been retired 20 years now. I can't believe that. The programs that we have, first of all, our real estate program. That was one that was near and dear to my heart. I am a real estate broker as well. This allows students to come in and to take the 6 classes needed to get your real estate license, or the 6 to get your real estate license plus co-op, actually get a real estate certificate, or 6 to get your license plus 14 others to actually get an associate's degree in real estate. And that is a phenomenal program that we have here. We have our translation interpretation program, that some of the careers that has: government, translators, healthcare, immigrations, federal courts, community education, conferences. The associate's degree, you're going to pick up an associate's degree in translation or level 2 certificate in translation interpretation. Provides basic skills necessary to become a translator or an interpreter. There are 2 specializations, interpreting local and audiovisual translation. Upon completion of this program, students will be eligible for translator, interpreter, localizer, subtitle positions in various companies. Our next one, and I know I'm going fast, but and if students have some more questions, definitely feel free to reach out to us. Before I even go any further, my email is Juan, Juan.Crawford, CRAWFORD, at hccs.edu. That's for Houston Community College System. Juan.Crawford at hccs.edu. The next program I want to discuss is our paralegal program. We have 6 certificates that can be completed in either 1 to a 16-week period of time. This leads to office clerk certifications. We have a 10-class certification to be completed in 1 year, and that would lead to legal assistance certification. And then we also have an AAS that can be completed in 2 years. All classes are either certified translation, they certify it into a degree. When a student graduates with a degree, they can get one of the 2 certificates or certifications in that degree. An AS in paralegal translates into articulation agreement with downtown, with our U of H, University of downtown, so that students are able to continue on in that field. We then have, and I know I'm going fast, we then have our marketing. Marketing program right now has we call workforce degrees. We have a marketing AAS, marketing innovation. We have 2 certificates. We have a level 1 certificate, which is principles of marketing, principles of retailing, and social enterprising. Those are called OSA. In the marketing and employment opportunities are high demand, sales representative, community service, customer service, digital marketing, media specialist, marketing research assistant, and social media marketer. And then the last program we have are banking and finance. Banking and finance has 4 different awards. We have, of course, our banking AAS, and then which is our associate, designed to be completed in 2 years and provides the training in financial services. We have 2 level 1 awards: financial leading certification and financial operations certification. We have 1 OSA, which is Skills Award. That's for we have a teller training OSA completed in 8 weeks. Fast track for employment and financial jobs that requires teller skill. So those are the 5 programs. Again, I know I was fast, Those are the 5 programs that we have. We are from a workforce standpoint, opposed to academia, meaning that you can come in and get workforce training in order to go straight into the job market. Been a phenomenal. I've been HCC right now since 2014, so coming up 9 years, and it's been a fantastic ride. Where I really, when I was in the military, I helped people, and that's what I do now all day, and I love it. I love it.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you for the in-depth answer. I have a question. I understand that you also have a special project going on outside of HCC with the Houston Symphony. Can you tell me about that?
Yes, I am the chairman of the board of directors for the Houston Symphony's African American Leadership Council. What the Symphony has done, and this is one of my initiatives, to look at that we are quite possibly the most diverse city on planet Earth. What do you mean on planet Earth? We are number 4. New York, we're more diverse than New York. LA, we're more diverse than LA. Chicago, we're more diverse than Chicago. We are number 4. Well, what else is bigger than us? Mexico City, 99% of them will be Mexican or Hispanic. Then you have London, 99% of them will be England. You got Moscow, you got Brazil. We could quite possibly be the most diverse city on planet Earth. And instead of taking advantage of that diversity, what we talk the Symphony is use that diversity to our advantage. And that's how we go ahead and market. We are in different organizations, different community events, so that we allow people to come in and to hear the Symphony at low cost, no cost events. We are in churches, community events. I think we are coming up in Kashmir Gardens or high school. We've been at Community of Faith Church. We've been at Lily Grove Church, where we're putting the Symphony in these venues that allow the city patrons to be able to listen, to understand this is some of the things that are available for everyone.
Excellent information. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you. After the break, we'll learn about an important resource for veterans in the city of Houston.
What does moving forward look like? Houston Community College has hundreds of choices, small class sizes, and personalized support to help you do just that. Enroll today for spring classes and frame your future with HCC.
For more than a year, we have kept you informed with more than 500 remote episodes. But now we're back, bigger and better, with more news and more guests. Join us live every weekday at 10 a.m. on Facebook and YouTube, and on HCC TV at noon and 5 p.m. You can watch from anywhere. We go where you go.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But I get it, you're busy, and busy people can't have prediabetes. I read that wrong. They can, okay. Just go to the site.
Welcome back to Veterans Voice. The City of Houston provides the Mayor's Office of Veterans and Military Affairs to coordinate events and services in the city for veterans and their families. Dr. LaShonda Jones joins us. Welcome, Dr. Jones.
Hello, Chris. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you for being here. I have a few questions for you. Vietnam-era veterans often face unique issues due to the challenging circumstances of their conflict, but I understand there is a day coming up just to honor them. Tell us about that.
Absolutely. So here in our office with the Mayor's Office of Veteran and Military Affairs, we make sure that we are honoring all of the veterans who have served, but we definitely want to make sure that our Vietnam veterans feel supported still. They get that welcome home. And so we're, around the 50th anniversary, which was a few years ago, we've decided to continue to make sure that the Vietnam veterans are receiving the support that they need and to be honored still. So last year here at the City of Houston, right here on the steps, we invited Vietnam veterans to come out on Vietnam Veterans Day, which is March 30th. And on that day, what we do is we make sure that they get their flowers essentially, and let them know that we do honor them. We do support them, and it's their shoulders that we stand on, because if it had not been for them and some of the sacrifices that they went through years ago to make sure that we have resources and are getting connected with the VA and getting everything that we need through the VA. If it wasn't for them, a lot of the things that we have now would not be in place. So we do thank them. And so every year here at City Hall, we're making sure that we're honoring them on that day.
Awesome. 2023 will mark the 75th anniversary of the Armed Services Integration Act. How will that be observed in the city of Houston?
So now this is a day that's very special to me. This is Women Veterans Day. It's here in the state of Texas. A lot of other states are now catching the fire, but here in the state of Texas, we have a Women Veterans Day, which was legislation that was signed into law by Governor Abbott back in 2017. So we begin to celebrate, and this year is the 75th anniversary of the Women Armed Services Integration Act, which basically says 75 years ago, the president at that time said, okay, women can now stay in the armed services. And once you are discharged, you can get your benefits, you can take care of your family. And so every year we're making sure that we're taking time and setting a day aside to make sure that we're honoring those who are currently serving, those who have served, and those who will come in after us. So it's a day here in the city of Houston that we're going to take time to honor our women veterans, which is June 12th. It's a Monday. There will be a ceremony here at City Hall. And the weekend prior to that, there's also going to be a Women Veterans Empowerment Expo, which allows women veterans to come together with roundtables and panels, and just a lot of good camaraderie that allows women veterans to just lean on each other and support each other at that time.
Excellent. I'm quite sure you know Houston is quickly rising in the ranks of the best cities for veteran entrepreneurs. Do you have any events this year for veterans looking to start a business?
Absolutely. So one of the big initiatives that the city of Houston veterans community has taken on is making sure that we are supporting those veteran entrepreneurs, those who are starting a business, those who have already have a business in place. We want to make sure that they are thriving, that they have a support that they need from the rest of us who are in the veteran community. There was a study by PenFed around this time last year. I attended the roundtable, and PenFed, which is a national organization that does research, they said that Houston was number, I think, 12 or 14 at that time in terms of veteran business owners, which we knew that could not be true, with us having one of the largest cities in the country, and actually having the second largest number of veterans in the state. In the United States. We knew something wasn't right with that. So we began to take action, and we began to form little small communities to just say, hey, if you know a veteran that has a business, please have them to reach out to the Veterans Chamber of Commerce. That chamber basically focuses, it's the Veterans Business Chamber of Commerce. That Chamber of Commerce basically focuses on veteran-owned businesses and make sure that they know about the funding, how to get banking funding, and just how to get their papers to make sure that they are incorporated properly, to make sure that they are connected with the state of Texas in terms of their business paperwork, all these things that come through the Chamber of Commerce. And also the biggest thing was just to get the word out. And so they started to come, and then there was an expo last year. And wouldn't you know, we found out we were like literally number 4 or number 5 now in terms of veteran-owned businesses. And of course, we don't want to be 4th or 5th on any scale. So this year, there's going to be another veteran business expo, but this time it's not going to be at HCC. It's going to be at the Georgia Brown Convention Center. So this year it's going to be bigger and better. And we're having businesses from the state of Texas, come across from the U.S., and definitely those here in our local area will be there to showcase their businesses and allow us to support them as a community.
Wow, thank you. That's going to be an event to be present at.
Yes, absolutely.
I have another question.
Yes.
There's a difference between, your active duty and your reservist. Does the office support both of those? Active
Absolutely.
duty and reservist?
So this office has been around since around 2008, 2009. And at that time, it was the Mayor's Office of Veteran Affairs. But in recent years, it changed from Mayor's Office of Veteran Affairs to Mayor's Office of Veteran and Military Affairs. Because though we're not a San Antonio, we don't have the big bases, it's still important that we recognize that there are those who are serving here in the local Houston area, Ellington Field, Rankin Road, Westheimer. So there are some small installations. There are some who work Monday through Friday, active reserve, and then there are those who are just on the weekend. But nonetheless, they are still serving. They still need resources. They still need to know where to go for the jobs. So what we do is we go to the base. We take the resources to them because we're finding more often than not, a lot of them are unemployed or underemployed, and they're still serving our country. So we're taking the resources to them to say, hey, these places are hiring, the City of Houston is hiring, the Houston Police Department is hiring, Houston Fire Department is hiring. Fill out the application and get with us and let us know that you are trying to find employment, and we'll do all that we can to assist. In addition to that, there's resources in terms of mortgage assistance, rental assistance, utility assistance, food assistance. We have food drives on the base to make sure that no soldier, no airman, no Marine, no coastie, no sailor goes without. So we're doing all that we can to collaborate with different organizations to make sure that our community that is still serving is getting the support that they are earning, still currently earning here in the local Houston area.
Dr. Jones, thank you so much for joining us and giving all of that great information. After the break, we'll find out how veterans can dress for success.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
911, where's your emergency?
Welcome back to the Veterans Voice. We often admire the snappy uniforms of our military, but how do veterans maintain that sharp image once they transition to civilian life? Dress for Success Houston helps with that and so much more. We welcome LaGaydra Murphy, Veteran Outreach Manager, to tell us more. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. So my name is LaGaydra Murphy. I'm retired Air Force. I spent 16 years in the Air Force, and I'm the Veteran Outreach Manager at Dress for Success. I've been in this position for 5 years. So a lot of people that know about us, we are worldwide. And as an organization, we provide professional attire to women, and not just veterans, the professional attires for any woman. So if you're job searching, you have an interview coming up, we provide a complete interview suit, pants or skirt set, you get to pick it out. You get the matching blouse, shoes, and purse, and it's all no cost to you, and you get to keep it all. So that's a great program that we have. We also provide an excellent job search program. So I know a lot of you are probably in school and you're not ready to job search, but the great part about our job search program is we have resume reviews. So all of your military service, you're able to come here and we can sit you down with a one-on-one volunteer to kind of walk you through that resume. A lot of times it's hard for us as military to put our resume into civilian language. So they will help translate that language for you.
All right. You started to mention about some of the issues that veterans do have. What issues do veterans, and particularly female veterans, encounter as they transition?
So one of the things that we encounter, and I say we because I have been through that kind of transition myself, within the last 6 years, is once we get out, we are pretty much isolated. We don't have that camaraderie and that connection that we used to have when we're in the military. So the veterans program here at Dress for Success, and this program is for women-only veteran. We meet twice a month, virtually or in person. And since COVID, we really started implementing mental wellness topics. So for example, last year, we had topics on dealing with anxiety, mindfulness, resiliency, the power of positive thinking. And it's just a 1-hour workshop. And I have different life coaches coming in. We have a webinar on budgeting. And so a financial planner will come in. So we really try to hit those topics that we all need and have that community and that connection. Just to give you an example, we had a kickoff this year, January 18th. It was 107 women veterans all in one place, virtually or in person attending. And so since then, I've had 2 events, goal setting and why selfishness. A life coach came in and talked to women about being selfish, because so many times we're caregivers, we're mothers, we're daughters, we're wives, and we pour and give into everyone else. But how do we make time for ourselves, right? How do we set those boundaries? And you have to be intentional. So we've had a great turnout. It was 82 ladies on the webinar for goal setting, and we're up to 79 for the why selfishness. So it's just a great community, and the women really do come for the information.
Wow. Well, as a Marine, my hat is off to you. And I'd also like to know, there are those of us who haven't served, but they really want to help us. And what can those people do to support your mission?
Thank you for asking that question. Because Dress for Success has been in the community here in Houston, we're celebrating our 25th year in Houston in October is our big celebration. So we have a great volunteer base. We always say that our volunteers are the heartbeat of our organization. So last year we served, I believe it was close to 1,500 women. And we're only a staff of 20. So a lot of volunteers come in. If you visit our website, it's just www.dressforsuccess.org. And you want to get involved, you can click volunteer, and then it'll take you to sign up for an orientation.
Excellent. What advice do you have for veterans to make the most of your programs?
So one of the things, my advice to any veteran, a woman veteran or a man veteran, anyone who served, is get connected. We have a great veteran community in Houston. Find us. Find at least one veteran organization and get involved. That brotherhood, that sisterhood, that connection, that camaraderie is still here. You just have to get involved with the veteran community. And the great thing that I love about our veteran community is, for example, whatever services I don't provide, I'm connected with all the veteran service organizations. So if it's something I can help you with, or something Dr. Jones doesn't provide, we all connect. Dr. Jones and I was on a meeting earlier today with 6 other organizations. We're planning the Women Veteran Empowerment Expo in June. And then we're also planning the Texas Women Veterans Day celebration. So we're all connected. We all talk, we all text, we all email daily, but just get involved in the veteran community.
Wow, I want to thank you for your zeal on the subject. And since I can tell you enjoy it so much, what do you enjoy most about your work?
So one thing I always tell my veterans, I love my job. A lot of times it doesn't feel like work. I'm very blessed to be in a position to where I feel like that. But it's on our Wednesdays when us women veterans come together, and I tell them it's our 1 hour of power, our wonderful Wednesdays. It's just that connection that we have. Because a lot of times we're dealing with situations or things, and we feel like, oh, maybe it's just me, or maybe I'm the only one thinking that way. And then you get online with 60 women and we're all like, yeah, me too. What can I do? And so they're exchanging information on, well, I use this website for meditation, or I use this app to calm me down to sleep, or this place has a veteran discount on this day. So it's a great, that connection and that camaraderie. It really is those wonderful Wednesdays, the 1 hour of us coming together twice a month is that gives me fuel. I tell them I need that just as much as they do.
Thank you for motivating me. I know some male veterans, we probably need to read the notes from you ladies' meetings so that we can do as good of a job of caring for each other as apparently you ladies are doing. And thank you so much for that. Thank you for coming. If you'd like more information on any of the organizations and services you've seen on the program today, visit our website at hccs.edu/VeteransVoice. An audio version of this show is available on Apple Podcasts. Just search for the HCC TV Podcast Network and then hit the subscribe button. For everyone here at HCC TV, thank you for joining us on Veterans Voice.